Hey guys, my name's Crissy,
And I'm Marinda.
and today we are going to be doing an awesome science experiment full of amazing history facts for Hamilton County Department of Education's Full Steam Ahead Day. So during the experiment, Miss Marinda is going to be leading it, and I'm going to be doing it. And hopefully y'all at home will be able to do it along with us. So we are going to tell you your supplies, the instructions, and then hopefully by the end of it, we will have an awesome science experiment that you can show off to your friends. So we're going to go over the supplies and then come back and do the experiment together. Yay!
Yay. Okay, guys, so for this experiment, you are going to need 1/2 of a lemon, and use caution when cutting your lemon. Lovely. 1/2 a teaspoon of water. A spoon, a small bowl, white paper, Q-tips, and either a lamp with a light bulb that puts off a lot of heat or another heat source like a hairdryer. And as an option, you can have a pencil to write a decoy message on your paper. Lovely. So to prepare, you are going to squeeze the juice of your lemon half into the bowl. Now you are going to add the 1/2 teaspoon of water into the bowl. And then you will mix it with a spoon. So you are going to think of a secret message that you would like to write and to whom you are going to deliver it. And if you want to be super secret, you can write a boring old message or draw a picture on the paper with that pencil so that you can disguise your secret message even further. So Crissy has opted to write boring message with a frowny face, I believe. Yes. Okay. So first step, you are going to soak the Q-tip in the lemon juice and water solution. You're going to use your damp Q-tip to write your top secret message on the piece of paper. I am very curious. Okay, you are going to wait for a few minutes for your paper to dry. And while you're waiting, you can switch on your lamp or give the light bulb some time to heat up if you are using a light bulb. If not, you're fine.
So while we're waiting for our message to dry, Marinda, would you love to know some history about invisible ink?
I would love to.
So invisible ink has been around for thousands of years, and people have used all different types of things besides lemon or other acidic fruits to write invisible messages with. But the lemon and the acidic fruits is what we have used in America through centuries. So we have used them in the Revolutionary War and both of the World Wars as well. So it started in the Revolutionary War with George Washington. So back in 1776, the British had taken over New York City. And George Washington was like, I need to know what's going on here because I want to win this war. We need our independence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he enlisted the help of some patriots that were still there, one of which was named James Jay. And he was actually the brother of the very first Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Pretty cool, right? So he created, James Jay, created invisible ink to send letters back and forth to George Washington saying, this is what's going on in New York. You need to know this. And this is how we're going to win the war, basically. So he enlisted the help of people that were easily to like move around and talk to different people. So that was like journalists from newspapers and merchants. And so all of these people collected this information, and then an invisible ink wrote it on newspapers, pamphlets, letters, basically anything that didn't look like official war documents, right? So through this process of invisible ink, there are 4 major successes within the Revolutionary War that led to our independence. One of which being that the very first signs of Benedict Arnold becoming a traitor was written in invisible ink. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So there's your history lesson for the day.
Interesting. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Crissy, would you like to know some of the science behind this?
I would love to.
All right. So lemon juice, like most fruit juice, contains carbon compounds. These compounds are pretty much colorless at room temperature. Heat helps to break these compounds down and releases the carbon. And when carbon comes in contact with air, specifically oxygen, oxidation occurs. And the substance turns light or dark brown. If it oxidizes long enough, it can go all the way black. So when you wrote your message using lemon juice, carbon-based compounds in the juice were absorbed into the paper's fibers. And because lemon juice is a weak acid, it softened the fibers in the paper. And the added heat caused some of the chemical bonds to break down in the dried juice, and the carbon was cut loose. And when the carbon came into contact with air, it burned or it oxidized. One effect of oxidation is that things turn a darker color. And some oxidation doesn't even need heat to occur, it just needs some air. This happens with apples. If you think of apple slices that you leave out for too long, they start to turn brown on the edges. Oxidation. Yes. And so basically that is what we are using here for our invisible ink.
That is really cool. I'm also thinking of all the other things that sit on my counter and turn brown after a while, and now I know why.
Yes.
Like avocados.
The poor avocados.
The poor avocados. Should I hit this with some heat now?
Yes, I think that would be a good idea.
Okay. All right. So I can kind of see it. I'm seeing if you can see it in the camera, but my secret message says full steam ahead with a smiley face. So even though it might not translate over the camera, I can really see this, and it actually almost looks kind of gray, which is pretty insane.
And I would say to our viewers or those who want to do this at home, you may have to give the lemon juice time to oxidize. It may take a bit longer than we are, showing you right now. Just because the heat, it does help to break down the carbon, but you want time for it to hit air and change color. So give it some time, maybe do this and let it sit out overnight and see what happens, because you might be surprised.
I think that would be really cool, and I'm very excited to come back here tomorrow to my dining room and hit it with the hair dryer again to see how dark it actually becomes, because just even now, like what, that was 30 seconds, I can barely see my message. And so it's really cool to think that it disappears and reappears that quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining us for this Full Steam Ahead program. And I hope that you go and do the science program as well at home.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.